Hello, good afternoon, bro. Good PM. So, yeah, I was on the meeting earlier, but I believe you're not be able to attend. So that's why I am just taking a short clip for my update and what are my thoughts on the project. So first, let us review the documentation we have here, or the list of things that we need to accomplish. So under the dashboard, we just only need to include the analytics, then clients, all done as well. Uh, there are some modifications that you've requested or need to be added. And then the jobs, I mark this timesheet as done since we already have timesheet, and also under the financials, I will also mark I will also mark this as done because on under the job financials, after we created the code and mark it as accepted, it will turn into a job, right? Then the code is present there, and then we can issue an invoice. So invoice functionality is done as well for the job. Then under the business timesheet, I mark it as well as done since we already have timesheets under the business page. Then print timesheet, I also mark it as done since we can also print timesheet as well. Then the print summary, haven't included it, but will include it definitely, and the export to zero. I think for us to be able to accomplish this functionality, I need the API. So as soon as you provided me the API for the zero, I think I can immediately take a look on it. Then the report in the sidebar shows all report from all jobs global report. I think it's already done as well since we have included a navigation for the reports, global navigation for the reports. So all reports that are that was created should be listed inside the report, and it shows there as well. So I think we can mark this as done. Then report templates, job completion, it's not done yet. Ability to create new report templates, it's not done yet as well. So employees qualifications and licenses, photos taken by the employee. I will add this functionality this week. Then I will be deploying it on Saturday, so it should be available for you to test on Sunday and Monday or Monday. And then under codes, I believe you mark this all as well. Then uh, photos sorted by time, date taken. I think we already have this photo functionality. So this sorting functionality as well. Then, but if you have any question about this time date taken, I think we can discuss it on Monday because the system has limitation. The way, uh, the way your last developer develop it, he's using a party, third party, third party services from Google. So I think it's from Firebase. But the way we created the system right now is it's kind of having some limitations. So yeah, some photos that we've been uploaded, the system can detect the metadata for it, especially for for other formats rather than PNG. So what we can do when we have that kind of images is we kind of taking the date of the upload, then we set that as its metadata for the image. So I think for this sorting functionality and time taken, you can mark it as well. But if you want me to include the Firebase services as well on the Google, I can make that. But just to make things clear for you, since we have a separate database, you will database for storing the images. We don't need to use that anymore if you want to migrate it from Google Firebase. But if you have a lot of images that are needed to be uploaded, you should be preparing for the cost because Firebase is not free and you need to pay Google for that services. Then other than that, editor similar to Company Cam, I think we can mark it as done as well because we can upload images, we can create report for we can add comments on the report, we can add description, we can edit it as well, but it's not like the Company Cam photo editing functionality. But since the essence of the application is to edit an image, I think we can mark it as well. And then height safety list site of building, I think it's already done since we have a data table of the list. Then data remains saved under site for use every 12 months during annual inspection. I think we can mark this as well since we don't remove any data. We are constantly storing all the information that we're feeding on the system on a particular database. So height safety has its own database, and until we need to delete it, it's there. So the retention is not only for 12 months, it's forever, not until we delete it. And then zero integration. So as I've mentioned to you earlier, so as soon as you get me the API, I can take a look on it. Then we'll try. I will implement it on the system as well immediately. Then the only last thing that we have here is the user management. So I believe it's the authorization. And then we can also have it until this week, 16, 17, and it will be ready to test on Monday. So after that, all the things that are needed to be done or needed to be finished should only be the zero functionality. Then other than that for the reports, I think, and then the analytics, print summary for this. So yeah, here's my suggestion because I was thinking yesterday until early this morning, how can why are we taking so long for the development? Since I believe all of these functionalities are in the system and it needed to be tested. Not all of them, since uh, we have this and we need to develop that further. But yeah, I think we're taking too long to develop the system because of the modification. So I'm creating the system based on my own preference. So I don't know how would you like to lay out all of the user interfaces, and what is the relationships from buttons to buttons, or the workflow of the system. So that's why I think it's one parameter why it's another reason why taking why we are taking too long to develop the system. So my suggestion is let me finish the system based on my own preference, then you can test it. Because if I develop it, like if I finish all of the functionality, you can immediately start using it. And then since I am giving you 2 months, 2 months of pre-support, that's the time we will do the modification. If you want me to modify the workflow, if you want me to modify or to optimize some functionality, modify the UR interfaces for a much user friendly look or feel, then we can do that on the span of 2 months. But as soon as possible, let me finish the system first, and then you can start working with it. You can start using it. Then, if you want me to modify something, that free 2 months of support, I we can work we can work that time for all the modification. So yeah, I think that will be all, mate. Thank you. Thank you so much.